Today we're going to talk about being able to offer 2 templates for your guests to select before in a session. We're also going to talk about having the 2 templates being 2 different sizes, a 2x6 and a 4x6, and being able to have those print to one printer. So let's get started. So first things first, we are going to want to set up the printers, which will actually be one printer, to allow for the printing of 4x6 and 2x6. So we'll do that first. And we do that in our standard settings area. And we'll go to settings and printing. And you have your main printer. I'm using a DSLRBooth. And we will configure this printer to print for the 4x6 size. So we're going to have them make sure that the 2-inch cut is disabled. And we click OK. And OK again, apply, and print to save our settings. It tells us our settings are saved, and we can continue on. Now for the next step is we're going to configure our secondary printer. And now we're going to actually pick the same printer. And we're going to change our preferences. Go to Advanced. This time we're going to enable the 2-inch cut on our secondary printer. And we're going to OK, apply, and print to save our settings. And again, we see that printer settings are saved. Now we see that we have main printer and secondary printer. These are actually the same printer. So that's how we set our printer to print the 2 different sizes. Now we need to enable the print templates to go to the same printers as they're supposed to be. So we're going to launch the event here, and we'll go into templates. So currently I'm just using one template, which is a 2x6. Since we want to allow our guests to be able to pick between 2 different sizes, the first thing that we want to do is click the star. And that's done up by the template name. Tells us this little message, and we do want to change this setting so that it will display the different options. So that's our first template. And since we set printer 2, our secondary printer, to print our 2-inch cuts, we're going to want to come here to the left, right over here, and we want to make sure this prints to secondary printer. So now our 2x6 prints will go to the secondary printer, which is set up for our 2-inch cut. And I'm just doing a full-size 4x6 here, and we're going to mark this one. So now we have 2 templates starred. We do not want this to go to the secondary printer because our primary printer is set up to do the 4x6 print and not cut the 2-inch cut. So once we have our 2 templates selected, we can open the photo booth, and now we can see that guests can now choose 2x6 or 4x6. And that's it. We now are offering our guests 2 different sizes and using one printer to cut a 2x6 print and also offer a 4x6 print. Thank you. Good luck.